So, good evening, all of you. So, last explanation we completed application areas of the JavaScript. Next, we are moving to the JavaScript implementation areas. As recently, we discussed some CSS concept where we can write the CSS styles in three places: inline CSS, internal CSS, and external CSS. Like that, JavaScript is also same three places it is allowing. We can implement the JavaScript in inline as well as the internal and as well as the external. I hope you know the meanings of internal, in the inline and external, right? Doubt, huh? Doubt, yes, sir. The same meanings, same approaches also, sir. Instead of selectors, we are going to writing the script and matter same, definition same, writing style is also same. But we won't. But only the difference is CSS selectors place JavaScript code entering. That is a small thing. So the first one is inline CSS, inline scripting. Second one is internal scripting, and third one is the external scripting. Total 3 types of scriptings. First, we are starting with the inline scripting. What is meaning of inline? The same line. Which one is in same line? Tag name, scripting, both are in the same line. Previously, tag name, CSS style, both are in the same line. So where the tag is available in the same place, we'll get the JavaScript code also. That is we are calling as a inline JavaScripting. The example is this one, sir. This is your tag. After that, some event attributes are comes. Why suddenly event attributes are comes, sir? If you want to implement the JavaScript, event attribute is required. If you want to implement the CSS, style attribute is required. CSS style compulsory. JavaScript events compulsory. And moreover, event we have already some experience, sir. Recently also we designed some calculator example. Remember, that is events only we implemented. Not very first time. Or 2-3 examples we used already in HTML events. So the name of the tag followed by something event attribute equals to write some JavaScript within the double quotes. Again, second event double quotation some JavaScript. Third event double quotation some JavaScript. How many events we can implement like this, sir? N number of events we can implement. Minimum 1 event, sir. Maximum as per requirement of the program. What are the events, sir? On click is one of the event. This is we use it in HTML programs. Next, on submit, on focus, on input, on load, on key press, on mouse exit, mouse enter. Like that, almost 25 plus events are available here. More than 25 events are available. As per our situation demanding, we can use some of those things. Now see the implementation of this event. We are writing the first example on JavaScript. Remember that. And no special things, no special operations. Daily what you are doing, follow the same thing. No changes. JavaScript is sir, but no changes required. Or daily how you are practicing the programs, where you are typing, how you are saving, how you are executing. Follow 100% same methodology, same procedures, same steps. No variations. But how JavaScript program is executing, sir? HTML will take care about that. You don't worry. So, like as our previous situations, file menu, HTML page, as it is. The HTML programmer, JavaScript programmer, we have to get an idea. So I'm writing a small comment line here. Example on JavaScript. Example on JavaScript. Just identification on comment not available, sir. Sir is HTML program, sir. Doubts comes on. For avoiding of that one, this is a small heading. Next comes to the body. So body tag inside, I'm writing one small event, sir. That event is called as onload. Equals to, I'm calling a small JavaScript function. It's called as alert. Alert inside a small message, welcome. So this is tag, this is event, and this is JavaScript. All are in same line. That is called as inline scripting. Inline scripting. Now what is the meaning of onload, sir? Onload in the sense while loading of the web page or while displaying of the web page. This event is executing. And event what it is doing, sir, they are trying to call one predefined function of the JavaScript. Here, where is the JavaScript, sir? If 4 centimeters part is JavaScript, sir. A 4 centimeters blue color part is called as the JavaScript. But starting main method curly brackets something, sir. I already said I'm the lightweight component. Low height I'm maintaining, not me, program. I'm not low height, heavy height. So it's maintaining the low height, sir. Classes, header files, importing, curly brackets, main methods, public void statics, etc. Nothing. Direct attack to logic. We are writing always logic. Before the logic, after the logic, we don't need to write. It's the execution engine's responsibility. Here also, if you write the main method classes, you are not becomes as a lightweight component. Like as programming languages, you also becomes as a heavyweight components. So this is JavaScript. It's embedded in our HTML code. It's embedded in our HTML program. When now this HTML program is running, along with your JavaScript is also executing. Individually not possible, sir. We can't run JavaScripts individually, sir. 100% no chance. CSS case I explained, remember, can I run the CSS program directly? No. If I run forcibly, sir, a source code displaying as a output. Same thing in JavaScript also happens. JavaScripts, they are unable to run individually. They should need the support of the HTML or any other technologies. As for our yesterday's discussion, jQuery or Angular or something support required. Because I'm the scripting. I have the code, but I don't have any shape. Like as water, the JavaScript doesn't have any fixed structure. If you place the water in bowls, a bowl shape is water shape. If you place the water in glass, glass shape is your water shape. Always I need one container. A container may be HTML, or the container may be Ajax, or the container may be jQuery or Angular or React or something else. So JavaScript programs and JavaScript logics direct execution is not possible. If you try the forcefully, sir, you will get no errors. That code as easily displaying in the browser. What are the steps you developed? The same steps displaying in the browser. Now a simple step is over. I'm saving this program. How you are saving, sir? Daily procedure, sir. But only program number changed. JavaScript gada j1.html. Extension HTML, not JavaScript. And the first point that only I said, sir. Daily what you are doing, continue the same thing. No changes in your works, no changes in your activities. I'm not doing anything daily, sir. That is the only solution. I'm opening the program or I'm running the program. So while loading of the page, the JavaScript is activated and it's displaying a small message, welcome. The small white color box is there now. This is called as elect. This is called as elect. Yesterday was 6 scenarios we discussed. Remember JavaScript. In that 5th point, pop-up windows and dialog boxes. This is one of the dialog box. Yesterday 5th point I'm saying. Pop-up windows and dialog boxes. This small white color box is one of the dialog box in JavaScript. We have some more dialog boxes like this. Next, I'm writing a small comment here. Internal also implementing in the same program, not in the different program. So one more inline scripting I'm writing here. Button on click. Again, when you click on this button, every time JavaScript is going to executing. So what is the heading of the button, sir? What? Some show date. I want to see the today's date and time. So show date, button close. This is our current concept. This is not our topic. Date is not our topic. Our topic is on click. So whenever I click on this button, I want to display the current date and time. Current date and time. And if you click today, today's date and time, it will comes. If you click tomorrow, tomorrow's date and time, it will comes. So when you click at the time, where is what we have here, that one displaying. While clicking on that button, what we have in that clock as easily displaying. So how it is possible, sir? For that we have to do the small thing, new followed by date. I already said, sir, current concept, not dates. So you don't know, if you're not understanding that one also, there is no problem. Inline scripting working or not, that only focus it on. Here I'm creating an object of the date class, and this date class I'm going to displaying on my web page by using the document.write with a small heading of today, colon, concatenation operator, and date close. This is a small JavaScript printing step. It's actually JavaScript printing step, sir. In that printing step, I created an object of the date class, and that object I'm printing on the screen. The general meaning, overall meaning. So this step we have to develop here. Now go on, check it. The button is available. Now click on the button. This is the today's date and time. So Wednesday, March 30, 2022, 16:25:40. Back. Sorry. Now if I again click it, sir, current date is 25:57. Refresh. Again click it, sir, 26:03. Again 26:09. It is same date not printing, sir. While clicking on that button, which date available in your system, that date and time is displaying. Today, na, tomorrow, na, day after tomorrow. Na. Changes are happening. You observe all things. So this is nothing but an inline scripting. Tag, JavaScript, both implemented in the same line. Next, I want to go for internal scripting, sir. So general meaning of internal. What is internal meaning? Same program, but not in same line. Here also the same program. HTML code, JavaScript code, both present in the same program, but not in the same line. Then how to write this internal script, sir? By using the script tag. You observe the red color lines first. Script tag is open, script tag is closed. Between the script tag open and closing, JavaScript steps are comes. Steps only steps, no classes, no something else currently. This is beginning of the JavaScript and this is the end of the JavaScript. Between these, I'm writing my steps. Same way, script opens, script close between the JavaScript step. Why 2 times you are showing, sir? First time script I placed in head section. Observe that one. At the head section. At the same time, the script we can also place in body section. A JavaScript extra benefit. But CSS not supported. They must be in head section only. CSS scenario that compulsory in head section only, body section not allowed, but the script allows in head to body and both also. Plus you can repeat the script tag any number of times like as our H1 tags, division tags. No problem. But comes to the CSS, style tag should be comes only once. One time a style tag is allows. That one time also in top of the program head section only. The rules are available. But comes to here, sir, we don't have any rules and regulations. Full freedom. Anywhere we can write, any number of times also we can write. The type equals to text slash JavaScript. Is it compulsory? Yes, sir. It's not mandatory, sir. It's an optional only. Even if you remove the type equals to text slash JavaScript also, the code is works. So there is no problem. So this is called as internal scripting. And the same program that also I'm going to including script type equals to text slash JavaScript. Within these two open tag and closing tag, we can write some printing statements. Any steps we can write it, sir. But we are in beginning stage of the JavaScript, so I'm preferring the printing steps. Document.write is one of the printing method in JavaScript. Document.write is one of the printing method in our JavaScript. If you need any comparisons, similar to your printf in C language, similar to system.out.print in Java, similar to console.writeline in .NET. Python, sir. Python also same printf. Python C language printf. .NET Java system.out.println. .NET write line. This is document.write. So language's intention same as sir, but implementation is different. That is what I said. What are the topics we are going to learning from today to the last day of the JavaScript, sir? All topics you know. But if you have any other languages knowledge, topics headings you know, but topic internal matter you doesn't know. Story same, screenplay different. The coming explanations you will get your own awareness also. Oh, this much of drastic differences available. Will feel after completion of 1 or 2 topics. Here I am writing a small message. Hi, I am head. So document.write followed by hi comma something message I displayed. But now the same type of script I'm going to writing in our body also. Body inside also some script I'm writing here. Hi, I am body. From where the script is executing, that identification clearly I used the head mode and the body mode. But what is the execution order, sir? Generally top to bottom, sir. Execution order obviously top to bottom only. But in top to bottom execution order, onload is dominating the other all the code. Reason, sir. So if you started the first line execution here, first line execution started in the sense web page designing is going to starting. The web page loading. At the time onload is executing first time. because the timing is affected. After completion of this onload, balance all the code is running line by line, line by line, line by line. As per your designing order only, we'll get the output. The first onload, okay, and this is an output. The first response coming from head section, then your body HTML tags, body inside button, and body inside script tag. Top to bottom only, no specials. But onload is dominating the top to bottom order. Only onload it. Rest of all the things normally top to bottom. In our calculations, the brackets are dominating sometimes together like that. Now button is working, sir. Button as it is little working. That one no changes. Inline scripting is working and internal script is also working. We have the output from inline script as well as we have output from internal script also. Both are working. If you are interested in the same program, you can write external script also. All three running at this as per their timings, as per their sequence. No objections. But first time, girl, sir, external script is separate program I'll show you. And instead of increasing complexity, simple thing. So it's called as internal script. And this part is called as internal script. And this part is called as inline script. And this part is also called as inline script. External script to style script tag required. Inline script to event attribute is required. The identification symbols. How can recognize, sir, it's internal I, external or something, sir? Script tag is there or not? Check it, sir. Yes, we have script tag, sir. Then it is internal. Event attribute name is available, sir. Then it is called as inline. For external, how to link identify, sir? External separate file is comes. A separate file is the identification. Generally, what is meaning of external? External general meaning. Which one separate? Wife and husband, parents and childs, CSS and HTML. Or this scenario, JavaScript and HTML. So JavaScript code developed in separate file, HTML code developed in separate file. And these two we are going to integrating by using a special tag. Integration purpose, mapping purpose, separate step required. Already internal script is working, then why we should go for the external script, sir? Internal script, it works within this page only. Within this program only it is useful. If I go to my next page of the website, sir, this script calling from the next program is not possible. If I want to access the JavaScript anywhere in my project, sir, external script compulsory required. That is global. This is semi-global. A diagram try to observe, sir. Red color is your JavaScript file. Black color is your HTML programs. Red is the JavaScript file and black is the HTML programs. Two HTML programs trying to access the same JavaScript file. Two HTML programs are trying to access the same HTML program. That arrow keys are available, sir. Observe that one. So a red color box is something file name .js. .js means JavaScript file. The black color boxes are the .html and .html. So both .html files is accessing this JavaScript. That is called as external file. How these programs they can access this one, sir? Because by using like this. By using script tag. Script followed by src equals to write your external JavaScript file name followed by script tag is close. So this is the mapping step or linking statement between the external JavaScript file to your HTML program. And why the second one, sir? If you want to map the another program or another file, repeat the same step again. How many files you want to link up like that? So that number of times we can go for that one generally. In the same place, in CSS, which tag we used for linking? In the same place in CSS concept, which tag we used? Link tag. External CSS linked to HTML programs by using link tag only. And external JavaScript linking to HTML programs by using the script tag. Concept same as sir, but the tags are different. Next, when you're writing the external JavaScript, we have to follow some guidelines are compulsory. Be careful. In external JavaScript, we can't use any HTML tags. In external JavaScript, we can't use any HTML tags. We can't write any CSS selectors. We can't use even script tag also. Script tag also not allowed. No HTMLs, no CSS, no script. Then how can type the program, sir? How can type the steps or coding, sir? That in the form of either function or block. We have to write the JavaScript steps in the form of a function or in the form of a block. We don't know how to write the functions or blocks, sir. I'll show it, sir, but just remember these guidelines. Whenever you are developing the external script, in that script, don't use any HTML tags or don't access any HTML tags. Don't define any CSS selectors, and even we can't use the script tag. Open coding, that open coding should come either in the function format or in the block format. Right now, I think we are going to working with function concept. So we don't know how to write the functions or blocks, sir. So this is, sir. We have clear details here. So the first one is function, second one is block. This is the function and this is block. So follow either first approach or follow either second approach. Better follow the first approach as per our current knowledge. Future second one also we are using. Right now, I think first is suitable for us. So what is this, sir? Function declaration. Writing our own functions in JavaScript. Writing our own functions in JavaScript. Just a small comparison. In C language, we have user-defined functions. Sir. In C language, we have user-defined functions here. Somebody main before they are developing and somebody main after they are writing. Void fun1, void fun2, void fun3 something. As C students. But Java.NET students, you are developing your own methods. Methods in our classes. M1, M2, set M, X, set Y, set B, set Z. Like that, JavaScript also supporting to write your own functions. That is the first syntax. How you know that is the function or not, sir? Sixth sense. Sixth sense. Agar function keyword is there, available. As per that keyword, anybody they can identify, sir, not only me. Function, it's a one keyword that is predefined, followed by the name of the function. With which name you want to develop the function, with which name you want to define the function, write the function name here. Your choice, fun1, fun2, fun3, my fun, my function, your function, our function, sample, sum, add, subtract, is prime. It depends upon the internal logic. So write some name here, sir. Some valid names without any spaces, without any special characters. Mana CSS selectors lo names setting some guidelines available. Selectors and names you are not provided. ID selector, class selector, we are setting our own names here. Follow the similar type of guidelines here. Function keyword followed by the name of the function, followed by open bracket and closing bracket, followed by open curly bracket, followed by your steps, your statements, your logic, followed by closing curly bracket. This is declaring or defining our own function in JavaScript. This is the one option to write the external script. Second one, same sir, a first line missing. Function keyword, function name missing. Then it called as the block. So blocks currently we are unable to work it, sir, because we don't have that much of knowledge on the JavaScript. Let's say write functions. But when this function is executing, sir, okay, I can define the function as per this syntax, sir, okay. But when it is executing, sir, generally functions are not executing themselves. Functions never executing themselves or automatically or somewhere. You have to call, especially calling step is required. Comparison అయితే ID selector I defined, sir. It's automatically applying the styles. No, a mapping step is required. Mapping nothing but I'm calling. I'm calling that ID selector. I'm calling the tag selector, or I'm calling the child selector. When you write the formation, then the styles are going to apply. So after defining of this function, calling step is also required. How to call that, sir? Calling is not a matter, sir. Your function name, open bracket, closing bracket, semicolon. That's all. This is calling step. Which function you want to call? Write the function name. After that, empty brackets and then semicolon. This is calling of function. This is defining of the function. First we are defining the function, sir. Then we are accessing that function, sir. Same CSS matter. First we are defining the selectors, then we are accessing that selectors. But where we have to write this calling step, sir? The calling step where we have to write, sir? Either internal or inline. We should both. Either internal we can write or in inline also we can write. Anywhere we can write. This calling statement should be present in either internal scripting, otherwise inline scripting, your choice. Both possible, sir. Anything we can write. Now see the program. First we want to create the JavaScript program, sir, not HTML. External JavaScript program we have to create first. So go to File menu, New, Others, JavaScript. Don't take the HTML. JavaScript you have to take. JavaScript, OK. An empty JavaScript program is created here. So as per the syntax what I explained, just define one function yourself. Function followed by fun1. This is your choice, sir. Fun1 not interested, my fun no. My fun not interested, F1 no. F1 no, F2, F3. Here we have to write the code. So currently we are at the testing stage. So one small printing step. So document dot write followed by some message from fun1. Message from fun1. Can I develop the one more function as sir? Hundreds of functions you can develop it, sir. There is no problem. Hundreds of functions you can develop it. So function followed by fun2. Function followed by fun2. Open curly bracket. Document dot write followed by message from fun2 and close this. So external JavaScript program we created in the two user-defined functions developed. User-defined functions means our own functions. Predefined functions are you got a write available, they predefined. And previous example I used alert. Alert also predefined. Next, after typing of this, what to do, sir? Save. With which name? Huh? Your own name. Extension .js. That is at the confirm. Name your interest. I'm taking this name, my script. Otherwise, you can take the script.js also. No problem. Scripts.js. Where, sir? In current location. In current location. And where your HTML programs available, better maintain in the same location. That is meaning. In our HTML4 folder, I'm saving scripts.js. Done. Program saved successfully, not visible on the screen. Now come out. So how to write the comments in this script, sir? Follow the CSS style of comments, sir. HTML comments not accepted, CSS style of comments accepted. We know that this one. Here also a small comment. So example on creating external script file and some functions and some message. So after completion, so linking successfully completed, sir. So linking is completed. Now back to body section. So inside this script, try to call that functions. Inside the script, try to call the functions. So first function, fun1, semicolon. The second one, fun2, semicolon. All functions compulsory to call it as are. Depends upon your program. Two functions we developed here total. In the two functions, any of the one function we can make a call. Otherwise, situation demanding, you can call the both functions also. Okay, I'm testing two functions there. Now save this one with the name of your HTML program, the regular HTML program. So I have two programs now. One is the scripts.js and second one is the HTML. What is that? J2.html. One is script.js, second one is j2.html. Which file I have to execute it, sir? Scripts.js or j2.html, sir? If you run the script.js directly, sir, it shows the source code. Inside the program, what are the source code we developed? That source code as easily displaying. It not going to executing. That's why you must run always HTML. HTML calling internally your JavaScript functions. So these are the calling. And this is output. Demo on an external script, the regular HTML outputs are the first function response and this is second function response. Both functions are responded and we got the messages from the both functions. So external script is also working properly. So here I focused what are the places we can implement the JavaScript. Internal place, inline place and external place. Places we covered. Similarity or CSS matter. Now I want to run the JavaScript program directly, sir. Try here. If I run the JavaScript program directly, we'll get this one. Is it output? Huh? No, your source code as easily displaying. Remember in previous sessions I said this is one of your FAQ and previous sessions I already explained this point. It's and moreover it's a one of your FAQ. So now places covered. So the future examples, so sometimes I'm using inline script, sometimes I'm using external script, sometimes I'm using the internal script. And that situation, what my brain saying that I'm following. There is no guidelines, there is no specific procedure or something. At that time, what I feel that I'm going to implement. So if I implemented anything, you should follow what I'm doing. That's only we discuss it separately now. If you are not calling the functions, you are not getting any output, sir. I already said that. If you don't have any calling steps, this is an output. I have shared already that information, sir. And I did the comparison with our CSS also. Declaration is different, calling is different. This calling is similar to your mapping operations. Next one small note point and guideline also here, sir. So here this scripted tag I use it for mapping, linking of the external program. Here I'm trying to link up with the external JavaScript. In this linking script, don't write any code here. But generally the script tag opens, the script tag close together. As per my last 15 minutes explanation, between the script tag we can write directly JavaScript steps. Maybe you will have the chance to get that type of feelings, but don't do that type of mistakes. If you place any code here or if you write any steps here, the steps are not going to executing. No error, no execution. It's special. Error not comes plus steps not executing. Where we can't write in every script tag or only in this particular scenarios. When you are performing the linking operations, in that tag inside direct steps not allowed. You can write regular script here like that and here you can place the steps. This is nothing special, regular. But in linking procedure time, no, don't do that one. See, if you have the doubt, I'll do one small thing. So document.write followed by hello and document.write followed by hi. Two messages I'm printing. One message I placed in the direct script tag. One message I placed in the direct script tag. and one message I placed in the linking script tag. Linking script tag. Now see the output of this one. So how many messages we got it? Only hi. But one more missing. How I designed this statement? Same step I also designed. Both same type of designing. But this one executed and this one is not executed. Can I check the errors, sir? There is no errors also. Errors also not available. At the same time, output is also not available. So the steps useless, non-executable steps. So don't do these mistakes. If I remove this SRC, now hello executing or not? Huh? Now it is executes the hello. Because it's a pure script, no linking operations here. So moral of the story, don't put the legs on two boats. That's the matter. Don't put the legs on two boats. Do only one thing. Either code or linking. That's all. Linking coding I want to do at the same time, sir. Not accepting that one. Next, programming fundamentals we are going to starting, sir. I just covered up to now where to write the JavaScript, not how to write. Where to write completed. Now we are going to starting how to write and what are the precautions, guidelines, rules and regulations, etc. etc. I'm going to starting. The very first I'm starting the explanation with the printing methods. In generally every language, in every programming language, first examples we starts with how to print the data. If you have any other languages experiences, see your first examples, printing data examples or anything directly class creation and object creation. First printing in Python, C language, C++, Java and even .NET also first we start with the printing. Even in Oracle, PLSQL also first printing methods starts. Started a PLSQL anybody? No? If you started PLSQL, sir, there also we are writing first printing steps, dbms underscore output dot put underscore. Reasons are first output to then input operations we are preferring. Then how to print the data through JavaScript, sir. Yes, hello world program in every example. Here also I'm doing the same thing only. But now programming fundamentals I'm going to starting, sir. The first fundamental is types of comments. If you want to write the comments in JavaScript, two models are available. One is a single line comment. Second one is the multi-line comment. Single line comment, multi-line comments, both accepted, sir. Single line comment is the double slash. Multi-line comment, like as your CSS, slash star comment followed by star slash. With syntax. Names opposite available. The writing one line comment at a time, that is called as single line comment. Second one, writing the number of lines comment mode, that is nothing but an multi-line. First syntax, more than one line we can't type. Second syntax, any number of lines we can place in comments. I think Java students, you have very familiar with these two together. Which one we have to follow, sir? You're interested. Interested, follow the single line comments. More interested, go for the double line comments. Previous example, if you observe it, external JavaScript especially. This is the comment what I used here. And instead of this one, we can also write this also. double slash. Double slash working and slash star is also working. Next. These are the small additional information. See that information. Window, document, console. Three words are available, sir. One is the window, second one is the document, and third one is the console. Yellow colors highlighted. So what is these three, sir? These are the three predefined objects or implicit objects. Window is one of the predefined object, and document is one of the predefined object, and console is also one of the predefined object. All three are the predefined objects or implicit inbuilt objects. Who created, sir? Browser creating all these three objects. Not by me, not by you. Whenever you open the web page or whenever the page loaded into browser, automatically these three objects are created. Automatically these three objects created. Why, sir, these three objects it's creating, sir? These three objects useful for us. It helping to us to develop the programs. Last example observed, the document.write we design. I'm talking about this document. But the document object not available, sir. You can't print or you are unable to print. So some objects inbuiltly browser providing, sir, those are more useful and helpful for our program developmentations. Without those supports, we are unable to develop it, sir. There's some operations missing. Something we can do, but some things are missing. Simple thing. There is no multi-threading concept in JavaScript, sir. It's a purely single-threaded only. Yesterday, I already said that point. First, I'm sharing a small information about this window, sir. Timing, I said already. All objects are implicitly created by the browser at the time of your web page opening or your web page loading. The page loaded successfully, sir. These objects also ready, sir. These objects also ready. And what is the use of these objects, sir? First, I'm explaining the window objects, sir. What is this? Window. Full name browser. Window, partial name. What is full name of this one? Browser window, Gasame. Somebody is saying window, somebody is saying browser. Finally, browser window. Browser window. I used this pronunciation so many times in explanations. Browser window, browser window, browser window. Browser, and also it is a window only. Software point of view, it's a browser software. But OS point of view, it is window. So finally, browser window, right? This browser, for this browser, it providing one ready-made object, that is your window object. That window object is representation of this window. Which windows are? Current working browser window. Window object is a representation of current working browser window. So why it is representing this one, sir? For our purpose only, sir. I want to interact with this window. I want to communicate this window, or I want to talk with this browser window. Mediator is the window object. Suppose I'm asking browser, what is your size? It's not saying answer. Go to the window object. Ask what is the size of the browser window. It returns the size of the window. Now I'm asking browser, what is your left axis, left margin and top margin? Browser response. You can go for the window object and ask what is the left margin and top margin of the browser, sir. Window object returns that values. So you want to collect any information regarding to this browser window, take the support of window object. Why they're providing implicit object? You want it now? We want to interact this window. We want to collect some information from this window. We want to make some settings in window, changing settings. For all these things, our object is the mediator. So window object used for interacting with our browser window to perform some operations. And another special of this window objects are, it is a base object for all JavaScript objects. In the future, what are the objects we are going to creating? For all those objects, it is a root. Trees available, trees roots available, main root. The main root is window. But trunk available, stem available, branches available, sir. We document console, history, navigation, future upcoming objects. So window is the fundamental object of the JavaScript, and this is the base. Rest of all objects are created based on the window object like this. But in our web page designing, who is the root tag, sir? Base tag. While designing of the web page, which is the base tag? Body tag. Everything you have to design inside the body tag. So body is the base tag. The rest of all are the subordinates of the body only, or something special? Subordinates only. The divisions are tables, anchor tags, the images, audios, videos, whatever it may be. They should come inside the body. Subordinates, childs. Like that, here window is the base for all JavaScript objects. The matter. And purpose of the window, to interact with this browser, to gather some information and to make some settings changes. Next, but a white color portion, what, sir? The browser window or browser, okay, very good. For white color area, web page, also called as web document. Alternative sounding is there, web page, and also called as web document. Web document object, the second one, document objects. That is web document, and your object name is document. So document is also one of the implicit object created by the browser at the time of web page loading only. And what is the purpose of this one, sir? It is providing the interaction with your web page or your web document. And all of these mediators, instrument available or some component available. If I want to communicate with this via this operation. So document object providing the interaction with your web page. Document object providing interaction with your web document. With your web document. So why we have to interact this web page, this white color screen, documents are. But we want to design everything inside that white color only, on the top of that white color only. If I want to write something data on, but I want to write on this whiteboards are board available, my hand available. Okay, na? Can I write directly? And a third item required here. Writing person, me. I am writing on the whiteboard. But why mark the sketch? Are they marker why again? My hand available, board available. Why marker? Question not understand. Their whiteboard is available. Here my hand is available. I can directly write it together. Why marker? Ink not coming. So marker is the media between my hand and whiteboard. Because my hand can hold the marker, but it's unable to write the letters on the screen. Ink problem. Blue ink, black ink required. Red ink is available. That's the basic problem. And a third person compulsory, sir. I am the developer and there is the web document. I want to write something on that one, sir. Document object support required. In the last example, that only we use it. Document to dot write. Write this message on document. The document means this white color area. Last example, remember here. I'm asking write hi. Where? On the document. This document, what it is representing? The white color area. So that hi message, they wrote on here. It matter. Next, third implicit object is console. It is also implicit object. Birth time also same as sir. Window document to birth, all objects are creating at the same time only. So what is this console, sir? Like as document and a white color area, browser inside some secret screen is available. On a Samsung Galaxy Fold is available, the two screens. Like that in our browser also two screens available. One screen we are daily watching, sir, white color area. Internally, secretly one special screen is available that is called as the console. But we are never seen that one, sir. Situation not demanded. Situation not demanded. So that also I'm also never explained that point, sir. So browser inside a secret screen available. On that screen also printing some messages, especially error messages and warning messages. When you design the code wrongly, errors, when you did some mistakes or violation of the guidelines, warnings all displaying on the special screen. That is called as the console. The special screen name is called as console. But how to see the console, sir? Press the functional key F12. మనకి F1 to F12 keys available కదా. In that last key, press it, sir. F12 key. A special screen opens the right side of your browser. What is the heading? Console. Here we have. But right now we don't have any messages and warnings, sir. Our program correct kada? That's right. If you design the program wrongly, sir, their error messages comes. Type error occurred. Why, sir? Document.write, it's not a function. Error occurred in the line number 12 in program number j3.html. So clear error details displaying as well as warnings also displaying. At the same time, this console we can also use for debugging purpose, tracing. Debugging, nothing but an tracing. And if we found any logical mistakes in our program, why the logical mistake is comes, if you want to trace out that mistake, a console very useful for us. And in normally debugging we are saying, sir, simple word tracing of the logical mistakes. It is helping for us. It is not doing it, just a help for us. So I want to interact with this console, sir, a secret screen internally. So for that we have one object. That object name is called as console. So window, document, console. Three predefined implicit objects. All are created by the browser and all are created at the same time. What is the time? While loading of the web page or while opening of the web page. Window object providing interaction with your browser to communicate with the browser, and document object helping to communicate with your web page, and console is helping to communicate with the internal screen of the browser. That is also console only. Screen name console, that's why object name is console. At the web document, that's why document object. At the browser window, object name is window. Arithmetic names. These objects in coming examples I'm going to using, sir, almost every example. So before uses, I just provided the what is what information. If you remember future explanations, you can easily follow better. Not remember? Now I'm going to starting methods. 3 objects information I provided, sir. Now that objects, how it is useful for us is one of the best situation for us. So I want to print some data on this my document, sir. On this my web document, I want to print some data, sir. Some function available, that function is provided by the document object. Write is one method. Write ln is one method. Write ln, both are predefined methods. For your convenience, I'll give the small information here, sir. That is especially for who are learning very first time the programming. For those JavaScript internally, we have some libraries, sir. HTML inside we have lot of predefined tags. CSS inside lot of selectors, properties available. Like that, JavaScript inside we have huge amount of libraries available. In that library, what we have, sir? In that library, what we have, sir? Some reserved words are available. Reserved words are available. You can call as a keywords. The other languages point of view keywords, but here I am calling as a reserved words. Some reserved words in the JavaScript library internally. Like that, some operators are available. We have a lot of predefined operators, predefined reserved words, as well as some predefined functions available, some predefined methods available, some predefined classes available. Classes also, so many predefined classes are available. At the same time, just now what we discussed is some predefined objects also available. These all are the part of the JavaScript software library. Situation wise, we are going to using all these things one by one. The matter. JavaScript software, it contains internally some reserved words, operators, functions, methods, classes, and also objects. Internally software inside we have all these things. With every programming language it happens, sir. But a list of items are going to changing, that's all. But without having any of the library, no language comes into the market. Just a small comparison, C language, library available, sir. What we have in this one, sir? Header files are available in that library. Header files along with, sir, functions available, predefined functions available. Along with one, sir, predefined structures available, predefined unions available, Some keywords are available, as well as some operators are available. C language internally components. A JavaScript language internal components. So write is one of the method. Daily we are going to learning some reserved words, some operators, some functions, some methods, some classes, some objects. Every topic one item is coming. When I'm saying the predefined, maybe somebody thinking where it is available, how it is coming suddenly. That's some pre-precautions. That is the point, pre-precaution. Now comes to the write. Write is one predefined function available in JavaScript library. Write ln is also another predefined method available in JavaScript library. What is the purpose of these two, sir? Both methods are used to write something on this page. Both methods are used to write something on this page. Your web page is available. On that web page, I want to write some data, sir. I want to print some results, sir. Now then we can do with the one of the two methods. But why two methods, sir? One is enough, na, sir. Two methods in the sense, write method is displaying the data without line break operation. It is printing the data side by side without any line break operation. On inline tags, remember how they are printing the data? Side by side. Sure. Block level tags, line by line. So right method, like as inline tags, they're printing the data side by side. How many messages you are printing? That number of messages prints in the same line. No line breaks, no spaces. Now write ln methods are every message after it implementing the line break. First message completed a line break. Second message completed a line break. Third message completed a line break. So that is the only difference between these two. Both printing the data, but one without a line break, one with a line break. That is simple difference. Then how to use this method, sir? Document.write. The calling method syntax this one. Document.write. Why document is come, sir? Write ln, both are the predefined methods of a document object. Both are the predefined methods of document object. These two methods presence inside the document object. That's why we are calling document.write. Followed by value 1 comma, value 2 comma, value 3 comma up to n values. But how many values you want to print on the screen? How many messages you want to print on the screen? Write all the things with a separator comma separator. First message comma, second message comma, third message. Otherwise a first value comma, second value comma, third value comma, something. But what about the second syntax, sir? In place of comma, we can also use plus. Plus accepting, comma is also accepting, no problem, sir. Expression 1 means either value or result, whatever it may be. Expression 1 plus expression 2 plus expression 3, expression 4. So what this plus is doing, sir? Addition operation. No, it's not addition operation, it's a concatenation operation. Concatenation, combining. The first expression, second expression, third expression, this plus symbol is combining and producing as a single expression. That final single expression displaying on the web page. Comma na plus are your choice, sir, but JavaScript supports the both things. The matter. There is no difference, sir. Which one you comfortable, follow that one. At a performance differences, so speed, slow, that much of change is not available. You can go for any of these things. As per my knowledge, C students following the first syntax, sir. C students are following the first syntax because in printf also you are using comma. Printf A comma, B comma, C comma, D comma, variables names you are writing. Java students are the second student syntax you are preferring. No, reversely said. As per my observation, 90% of Java students, they are using the plus symbol while printing. System.out.println, first value plus the second value plus the third value plus fourth value up to n. C students printf %d something comma, A comma, B comma, C comma, let's slowly go into comma. But JavaScript, what is the special, sir? I'm supporting that one, I'm supporting this one. So your flexibility on one. Some commas, some pluses, can I use it as well? I have no problem. There's some scenarios I want to use the comma, some scenarios I want to use the plus symbol, sir. Okay, no problem. Valid. JavaScript valid, other languages invalid. In JavaScript, it's a valid point. Only pluses valid, only commas valid, some commas, some pluses also valid. Same syntax for the second one, sir. Write ln. Document.write ln followed by, once again, expression 1 comma, expression 2 comma, expression 3. Expression 1 plus expression 2 plus expression 3. Your choice, any of the syntax we can follow. So write ln, both are used for printing the data with a line break, without line break on the top of your web page. But I want to print some data inside my secret screen console, sir. For that, we have the one more special thing, that is log. Log available. Log is used to display the messages, but not output messages, sir. Mostly we use the log for error message displaying, because it displaying internally separate screen. Where, sir? On console. But console is generally visible to users, sir. Console is visible to user. No. They know na F12 key we have to press, then console is opens. No idea. We knows. We knows that one, sir, because we are the programmers, but a common man, no idea. So displaying outputs on the console, it's not right thing. And you have to print maximum tracing messages, error messages only. For user, they want to see the error message, sir. Generally, error messages are not required to users. Fact. Programmatical error messages displaying to users 100% no use. Okay, sir. Some coding mistake available accidentally. That code error you displayed on the web page to user. What they are doing, your code rectifying. They're tracing that mistake. Then why you are showing error message to users? Any valid reason? Why you are displaying your programmatical error messages to user? Straight question to Java and .NET students. Programmatical error messages. Why you are displaying on the screen along with your outputs to users? User how rectifying, sir? User ABCD spellings also no idea, sir. The Java code they are rectifying. How? Might go in a time. Actually, your programmatical mistakes displaying on our web pages, displaying on your programming screen along with your output are 100% unnecessary, sir. Real-time applications, we are never going to doing like that. Is a fact. But most of your practicing examples, you are doing like that only. That's your mistake. Technically think it. You something coding problem happened. A coding problem you traced. The coding problem you are displaying on the screen. But how user understanding this one first of all? Is there any chance? No. If they understand by chance, luckily, they can do anything. No, they have to wait for the maintenance team only. Supporting team. Supporting team should come and rectify that mistake. Until that one, I'm sitting like this only. Because I'm user. I'm not developer. Users and you are thinking maybe something differently, sir. In our local environment, I'm saying. In our local environment, most of the users, even 10th class also not passed, sir. They are understanding your error messages, following that error message are impossible actually. Only leave it, sir. Users, and we are trying to talking about it. First, we are understanding error messages properly, perfectly, completely. We are developers kada. BTech completed, MCA completed, BCA completed, programming knowledge we have, English knowledge we have. How many you are understanding error messages properly, perfectly? Bolo ji, no kada. But we have the problem like that. But common man, adi matter. So many cases from your first year BTech to last year BTech, without resolving the problems, you skipped this much of programs also. Try to replay your 4 years. You tried first time, not success. Next day you tried, not resolved. Next day you tried, not resolved. Achha, system problem. See, show the next program. Everybody who faces this situation once in our life, at least once in our life. Mari, why you are not solved? You are developer kada. So that's why HTML, JavaScript, what it is doing, and it don't display the messages on the web page. Programmatical messages, especially display in the special screen. Interested persons, they are opening, watching. Other persons, they are just leaving. If you display these error messages on the direct straight to web page, a web page is disturbing first of all. So log method also for printing only, but especially errors scenarios, and in that internal screen we are using this one. How to use this one, sir? Console.log. Sir, log is the member of the console. Then we are calling console object.log method. Write to write ln, both are the members of document object. So we are calling document dot. These are the three methods I'm going to implementing. See that you will also get an idea and awareness. So document dot write followed by hello world. This is the first message. And document dot write ln followed by welcome. This is the second message. Next, third message, console.log followed by write something error message, invalid data. Error message I am displaying. Document.write ln, and console.log. Three messages displaying, but two on the web page, one on the internal screen. This is hello world and this is welcome. The two messages are available here. And the third message in console, sir. So press the F12 key. And here we have the invalid data. So 2 plus 1, 3 total is working. Now, how many messages you want to print, how much data you want to print, that is purely your choice, sir. You can repeat any method any number of times, no objections. Based on your content displaying. But how many times I can use the using tags, sir? One time. How many times I can use the H1 tags, sir? 1.5 time. These methods and also the same way only. How much data you want to display? Repeat this method that number of times. Simple pattern. I want to check it, sir. Sure, sir. Some couple of messages we have. Now check it. All are printing side by side only. Observe now. Reasons are write method. Write method. Now what about the console, sir? Invalid data, error and wrong operation. So this error message and are this message coming from which line? A line number it's neatly showing here. J3.html line number 17, J3.html line number 18, J3.html line number 19. Solve methods working properly. Okay, balance things we'll see in tomorrow's session. Thank you all. And one small announcement, sir. The Google Classroom link, we got some problem, I think. Some files are not accessing and some files not opening. Absu checked anybody? Either something accidentally happens, some mistakes are not my mistake, or Google's mistake. Yes, yesterday night I identified that mistake. We'll restore that all the examples. So maybe end of the today. Huh? Some programs are gone. I'm not deleted that one. And automatically it's gone. Google's internal problem. I also never faced it previously. Yesterday only I faced it the first time the problem. I'm trying to raise the complaint to Google company also. We found one bug in the Google. Without my interference, its files deleted. So I'll restore the deleted files end of the day, today night. You don't worry and don't get the tension, BP, sugar, thyroid, etc., etc. Reason, somebody already dropped the message to admin. My Google Classroom gone, my Google Classroom gone, and it never gone, sir. All files not deleted. Last 3 days uploaded files are deleted. Previous files as it is available. CSS files only deleted. HTML files, notes, everything is normal available. There is no problem. The CSS files also I'll restore it. You don't worry. Thank you.